Good morning. Today is July 13th, Monday. My name is Susan. I'm a tarot reader out of Seattle, Washington. I am here to bring a daily general collective reading. And what that means is that it can apply to everybody and anybody if it resonates with you, and if it doesn't, maybe tomorrow's will. I'm going to go ahead and get started with this reading. The first card of the day is the Knight of Swords. This is all about quick changes. Okay, things moving at a very quick pace. Sometimes it can be like a troublesome situation and all of a sudden it changes directions and you are exiting the situation quickly. Okay, so then crossing that, we've got two cards. One is the Empress and the other is the Three of Swords. The Empress is about giving birth to a situation, a child, an idea, and then there is something here that is breaking your heart here. And so there are some hurt feelings. We are taking a look now at the card that is crowning. And the card that is crowning this reading is the Two of Swords. There's not too much actively happening and things are stalemated. So we are now looking at the past. And the past is reflective of the Five of Pentacles. There was a time maybe that you were in poverty or there was some type of conflict with your job or with your finances, and now the foundation is talking about the Eight of Wands. So there is some type of communication or quick travel that is happening, but it is moving at a fast pace. Okay, so I was talking about that with that Knight of Swords as the first card. We're looking to see what is coming just up ahead of us, and that card is the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about a hierarchy, and that hierarchy does include God, and so it is about being reliant on God. And now we're looking at the One Self card, and that is the Nine of Pentacles. This card here is telling you that you need to be self-reliant, financially independent, and go things alone. Okay, so now we're looking at the environment. The environment card here is all about the Seven of Wands. So while you are being self-reliant, financially independent, this card here talks about persevering through anything and having courage and standing your ground. So we are now hopeful or fearful of, let's see, this is a card for the hopes and fears. And this is alerting you to beware of the details. So if somebody is selling you on a dream, you may want to check the details on that because they do not always deliver, okay? So as the outcome now is approaching, let's see what card is representing the day. And the outcome is the Four of Cups. This is a card of being withdrawn and maybe to yourself, and it is also, you know, goes hand in hand with that being self-reliant, going things alone, be withdrawn and stay to yourself. And then the cards for clarification, I draw three of them. The first one is the Wheel of Fortune. This is where there are big, huge changes that are just ahead of us or what we are going through currently. And then we have the Seven of Cups, and it may get a little bit confusing, all right? And it may seem like, you know, you might have options, but it's really about being confused. But there are big changes coming up ahead in this next week. And the last of the clarification cards is the Page of Cups. We are in the beginning stages. Things are still a little bit premature. From the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. There may be a battlefield going on inside your mind. This is about some mental turmoil or conflict, and for perspective, you are being encouraged to remain strong, full of courage, and focus on having good health. Okay, so that is what we have from the tarot. We're moving on now to the oracles. Okay, so now we are looking at cartomancy cards for the oracles, and the first draw here is showing us that the Five of Hearts is here. This is a card of a little bit of depression that is or maybe lingering around you today. And the second draw here is talking about the Two of Diamonds. This is your need to stay flexible. It's a kind of like juggling and not always feeling steady, but trying to find your balance. And then we go for card number 3, and we get the 5 of clubs here. With those 2 5s, it looks like you may be disappointed because there is some type of conflict going on around, maybe with your finances, not sure. But from the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of spades, and this is that this too shall pass, okay? For perspective, we have here the 2 of spades, and this is where, you know, something around you in your life, maybe a relationship, whether that is a relationship that you have with your money, your spending, your jobs, your relationships, needs to be suspended and canceled. And so with that being said, it does have to do with some type of relationship that may be very significant to you. And that is what I have today for the Daily Collective for Monday, July 13th. I wish you all to have a beautiful and blessed Monday.